How to make Christmas stocking. Your DIY kit comes with 2 balls of yarn, main color and accent color, and a set of circular knitting needles. We're going to start with making a slip knot. Take the long end of the yarn and put it through the loop. Put the slip knot on the needle and start casting on. You can use any cast on method. This one is called backward loop. So wrap the yarn around your left hand and pick it up with the needle. Wrap and put it on the needle. And keep going until you have the correct number of stitches cast on. Make sure to count. Then align the stitches in such a way that you have at least a few on each needle. And be careful not to twist. So this would be an example of a twist. So make sure that doesn't happen. Make sure all stitches are facing in the same direction. Once you have the alignment, you start knitting. We connect the round by inserting the needle, yarn over, pull it through. So this is your first knitted stitch. We're going to alternate knit and purl stitches. Next one is a purl. So knit, insert the needle, yarn over, pull it through the loop, and take it off the needle. Now change the direction of the yarn for purl. Yarn is in front of you. Insert the needle from right to left, in, yarn over, push it through the loop, and take it off the needle. Next one is in knit. Make sure to change direction of the yarn, in, yarn over, pull it through the loop, and take it off. Change direction for purl, in, yarn over, push it out, and keep going. When you're done with the rib stitch, we're going to go into stockinette. It's useful to use a stitch holder to mark end of every round. So just you can use a piece of string, piece of yarn in a different color. So stockinette in when you're knitting in the round is achieved by just knitting every stitch. So from here on, you just keep doing a knit stitch. When you're ready to connect the accent color, you can simply just tie it on the inside of your stocking. And now when you insert the needle, instead of using the main color, you are going to use the accent color. Yarn over, pull it through. So you see, we just completely are going to ignore the main color for now, and we're using the accent color. So we're at the end of the round. Now we are going to switch back to the main color. So again, we're ignoring the accent here, but we will be using the main color. Insert the needle and yarn over with main color. So this is how we are going to get the stripes. Then keep going. We are now ready to do heel shaping. First, we're just going to knit knit required number of stitches in row 1. And then, as your pattern says, turn. What does that mean, turn? We are going to flip the project and we're going to start knitting in the opposite direction. So we're going to do purl now. So for purl, make sure the yarn is in front of you. Insert the needle, yarn over, push it out. Insert the needle, yarn over, push it out. In, yarn over, push it out. In, yarn over, push it out. And we turn again. So turn. And then we knit again. Make sure to pay attention exactly how many stitches. So here we have to knit 2 more, so don't stop. 1, 2, because you need to have a total of 6. Okay, now we turn. And this is going to be a purl row. So just keep going and follow the pattern and keep turning. When you get to the toe, we are going to do knit 2 together. So insert the needle through 2 stitches, yarn over, pull it through, take it off, and repeat again. 1, 2, so pull the needle through 2 stitches in, yarn over, pull it through, and take it off. Again, insert through 2 stitches, yarn over, and keep going all the way around. For your last round, you see the cable is a little bit too long, so what you do, you just pull it out. So now we are going to do the same stitch, knit 2 together, knit 2 together, and just keep rotating it. And that extra cable, just let it sit there. We're almost done. And the last one in, yarn over. Okay, so we are done knitting. Now we have to bind off. So you can leave an end of a few inches long, cut the yarn, and now we are going to take off every stitch one by one. So push them to the end of the left needle, take the tail end and put it through the stitch and take it off. So now it sits on that piece of yarn. And keep going all the way around until you're done. Take the tail end, put it through the loop, take it off the needle. Okay, so now we are going to secure the end. So pull it through one of the stitches and go in once more. So at this point it's secure, and you can pull that tail to the inside of the stocking, like so. Now you don't see it on the outside. Turn it inside out and you can clean it up. So cut the yarn, leaving a tail of a couple inches long, and now you can just weave it in. So essentially you're just hiding that tail in between the stitches, like so, and then you do same thing for all the other ends. Same thing for the top one. Push it to the inside, weave it in. All done. And now we are going to make the loop. If you have a crochet hook, you can use it. If you don't, you can just use your fingers. So it's very simple finger crocheting. First, secure the yarn. Just simply tie it into a knot. Okay, pull it through. Take the long end of the yarn and pull it through that loop. So, and just keep repeating. Go through the loop with your fingers and pick up the long end and pull it through. Again, just pull it through every loop. And you just keep repeating that chain stitch until you have reached desired length. So it really depends on how you're going to hang the stocking. Maybe a few more. Okay, so when you're done, cut the yarn, take the tail end and put it through the last loop, secure it, and now we are going to just connect it inside so that you end up with a loop that you can use to hang your stocking. You can tie it into a knot and weave in the ends the same way that you did for all the other ends. Just hide it in between the stitches. And same thing for the other one. Last step is making a pom-pom. You can take a postcard or piece of cardboard 3x5, or use the hang tag that comes with your kit and just wrap the yarn around it. For a fuller pom-pom, you can do more wraps. So in the range, I would say 25 to 30 is sufficient. When you're done, cut the yarn. Carefully pull the card out. Then cut another piece of yarn and tie this in the middle. You want to make it pretty tight so that the yarn doesn't come out. Just be careful not to rip the yarn. Make a double knot. And then the two longer ends, you just hold them in your hand and you cut the loops. It's better to use scissors with a larger blade for this. This way it will go faster. And keep going until you've cut every loop. When you're done, we are going to trim the pom-pom. Be careful here with scissors. Make sure you don't cut yourself, so just go slow. And just trim it all the way around. Make sure you don't accidentally cut those two tail ends. When you're done, simply tie the pom-pom to your stocking. When you're done tying, weave in the ends. And here we are.